Will Smith's slapping of Chris Rock, heard worldwide, is an example of the rich and famous misbehaving. The issue between the two highlights how not to solve issues people may have with each other. Many observers of the incident pointed to the issue of a toxic marriage between Jada Pinkett Smith and Will. The two have been married for over 20 years, and their love has not been without issues. The two lovebirds met on the set of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, with Will making his move years later. What started as two co-actors on a project led to a whirlwind romance that's been the subject of numerous rumors and facts. The two have exhibited a type of love that other people envy, and even rappers sang about it. You should listen to J. Cole. The Black Hollywood's perfect couple was an important part of the 90s, as most couples looked up to them. The Smiths' growths from a couple loved only in black circles to everywhere increased with their film industry's growth. The issue that faced the couple at the start of their marriage was the lingering case of the ex. Will Smith's star in the Hollywood circles was an important part of the fame that followed the couple. Unfortunately, he was married when they met, and coming from a conservative background meant he did not want to divorce his wife. However, his love for Jada meant he had to go up against his beliefs and leave his relationship. Jada as well had her own little thing with rapper Tupac. The relationship was a friendship that blossomed into love. Tupac's fame meant that the relationship stood out amongst most around the time. Will, therefore, must have been in a tough situation where the girl you love is in love with the greatest rapper. The relationship, therefore, means that people who did not understand the value of patience and understanding needs to check what the two did. However, their love over the years has come under certain criticism. The most common criticism is that Jada is hurting Will's career. The criticism touches on the issue of ensuring the people did not have a clear understanding of the relationship, like to touch on. The issue of one spouse is in charge of the relationship, especially considering it's the woman, is too taboo for most people. Jada's confidence, mixed with Will's softer side, plays into the narrative that she is in charge. The narrative affects how people can effectively react to any news involving the two, as it's based on bias. The issue of Jada being the dominant partner in the relationship helps to build the narrative that she is bringing Will down. Will's success over the years has made him a more famous partner, and the theory that a woman is controlling him is getting attention. Will has constantly said that people in society need to ensure they understand their relationship first before making judgments. Understanding the relationship helps make the people comfortable in how they perform certain duties. The accusations also affect Jada. I would say more than Will, since the media portrays her as a bad person. The portrayal in the media helps to build the narrative that she tells Will what to do and what roles to pick, affecting his status in the industry. The issue seems to have finally caught on to Will, since he started accusing his wife of the same thing. In light of recent events, one might think Will has finally come to his senses. However, that is not the case. Will was referring to an incident where she was filming him without consent. The simple act of Will calling out his wife plays into the media narrative and allows them to cover the different areas of the relationship effectively. What does he mean? Did he use a tough tone? The issue between Will and Jada stems from what they call being raised differently and having different views on marriage. Jada was raised in an environment that required her to talk about her sex life and be open about the type of relationship. People need to ensure they pay attention to the most important part of their relationship. Will's actions regarding how Jada supposedly treats him have suggested that he's okay with the treatment in the past. Jada's information helped him to deal effectively with who's in charge and how the two people can reach a consensus. Will's raising of the voice was not in his character at all. However, the actions and reactions he's been up to in the last month suggest that the actions were just a matter of time. Will did not play by the issue of keeping his family safe and ensuring the children in his home have a happy childhood with parents who support them. Will is also very particular with the issues he raises involving the different people he's come into contact with and how they shaped his life. The attention to detail makes him cut off some people from his life who are not adding anything. Putting his family relationships and ideals into focus helps Will deal with any eventuality. Will likes to highlight what the family needs to do and ensure he has control over everything. Therefore, when Jada attempts to take control, he views it as an issue against his authority. The family life of the Smiths is also very much in the limelight. The couple's 2 children have been part of Hollywood ever since they were young. The involvement with entertainment ensured the family name would stick in the minds of everyone. The ultra fame of the Smith family meant that any rumor about the family became national news. The stories about the couples, such as the issues with infidelity, became instant news. Any issue about the family always comes back to infidelity. The infidelity stories are why so many view Jada as the dominant one in the relationship. She's focused her energy on ensuring she hurts Will, according to those against her. The villainous look in the media played a big role in why Will finally snapped at the love of his life. He may have become tired of trying everything to make her happy, but she was not satisfied. Will's words about why the couple had to take a break indicated what the family believed was the issue. Jada was in love with herself more than she was in love with her spouse. The arguments and issues that followed the split were based on Jada's relationship with August Alsina. The young singer was part of the Smith family household story, even though he was probably not interested. The part of the family that dealt with how to cover the different parts of society and how to ensure the family could deal with any news was hit hard by the news. Will, who also claimed to be open to Jada's living form, was a part of the red table talk that his wife convened. The stories Will and Jada spoke of at the table were enough to make any man break, and imagine what it did to an emotional person like Will. The red table was supposed to bring closure, but all it brought was more jokes. The jokes about Smith's open marriage rung out at different events. People who did not pay attention to different aspects of that marriage were stunned by the revelations. The conversation between the two was an eye-opener for many people in the relationship. It also brought a lot of sympathy for Will. However, the culmination of their issue was that Will finally got a chance to win an Oscar. The actor had long been tipped for an Oscar win, with a 2017 Oscar snub a particularly painful one for him and his family. The snub for a top acting role in Concussion made him and his wife refuse to attend the Oscars. Their lack of appearance made the news as many Black people snubbed the event. The 2017 Oscar Awards also presented the first time Rock made a joke about Will and Jada. The audience received the joke well, but not the Smith house. Jada did not take kindly to the joke, judging by her social media reaction. The events of February 2007 set the stage for ultimately what would be the slap heard around the world. As Chris Rock made a joke about Jada's hairstyle, Will got up and hit him on the face. That day in March 2020 will stay long on the minds of everyone who watched it, but it will remain with Will for the rest of his life. It was the day he won his first Oscar, finally allowing himself to experience the event. The event will forever be the Oscars containing his slap, with everyone involved with the family pointing to the lack of togetherness. People on both sides of the divide attempt to understand what he did. They have decided that the bad person in the relationship is Jada, making him do these things. Jada's bad representation comes from her issues with ensuring she maintains control over her life. Same as Will, but he does not face the same issue. Although he attempts to make a case for her filming as the reason for her ending his career, it's obvious that the events at the Oscars were his downfall. If he did not slap Chris Rock on Jada's behalf, he would not have received a ban from the Academy.